If you've ever been on a cruise, you know it's usually not an all-inclusive vacation, and the bill at the end can be nothing short of eye-watering. There's a better way, and Princess has it. We're going to show you the ins and outs in this updated video for fall 2024 and into 2025 with new enhancements and features. My name's Andrew, and welcome to Tidal Horizons. We cover Princess Cruises top to bottom on this channel, and today we're going to look specifically at Princess Plus and Princess Premier and see what's included and what's changed for the end of 2024 and into 2025. If you're new to cruising and just researching the all-inclusive packages, you've never had the pleasure of seeing an enormous bill at the end of your cruise. I don't remember going there and drinking that. Are they sure that's right? How do I check it? How do I fix it? Do I really have to wait in line at guest services? For experienced cruisers, this has been our life on most cruise lines. The beverage packages they offered were so overpriced, you'd have to drink 6 or more alcoholic beverages per day to get your money's worth. And then there are the gratuities that we pay to our stateroom attendant and dining room staff. These have been automatically added to the bill for years now, but you have to remember to budget for them. Finally, let's talk internet packages. Multiple devices, kids and parents alike wanting to stream their favorite shows. The ships have the technology now, but it wasn't that long ago when there was no Wi-Fi. You had to use a shared computer in an internet cafe and pay by the minute. Of course, many of the luxury and ultra-luxury lines are completely all-inclusive. Wi-Fi, beverages, and crew appreciation, even shore excursions, are part of the cruise fare. Can they make it easier for us? I think they've heard us now, and most cruise lines are offering some kind of package for internet gratuities and beverages. I've looked at a lot of these packages, and the value is really in the eye of the beholder. You need to have a good, honest idea of what you spend and consume on board to make sure it's worth it. Because the cruise lines are smart, they're pricing the packages based on what they know their passengers consume. When averaged out, they are not going to lose money. Let's see why Princess Plus is a good value, and of the major cruise lines, I find they are the most upfront with what the packages entail and why they benefit you. We'll dive deep, compare the packages, look at a competitive cruise line, and finally break down what a day on a cruise looks like for me. Over the past year, I've sailed with Princess 4 times using the Princess Plus and Premier packages, so I know what the value is over a longer period of time, not just a 7-day cruise. If there's still value there after the initial novelty of being on a cruise wears off, then it's a winner to me. Keep in mind that the first and second passenger must both have the same package in a stateroom. If you have a third or fourth passenger in your cabin, they do not automatically get the package, but they can be added by your travel agent or by Princess. Let's take a run through the packages, shall we? Now, remember, each person gets their own package, and we'll be talking about what each person gets, not the stateroom. Also, I'll note that these packages and pricing are for North America and Europe. There may be different pricing and inclusion for Australia, New Zealand, and other parts of the world. Check with Princess or your travel professional. The first thing you're going to notice is that starting on August 31st, the price for Princess Premier is increasing to $90 from $80. This is to accommodate the changes we'll be talking about. If you've already booked at the old $80 rate, you stay on the old package inclusions with the exception of the internet changes we'll be discussing. If you want to upgrade to the new package, Princess or your travel consultant can do that for you for an additional $10 per day per person. Wi-Fi is the first item on the list, and this is our first major change for the 2025 sailing year. Princess has now introduced Medallion Net Max. Starting on August 31st and exclusive to Princess Plus and Premier, it cannot be bought otherwise. Medallion Net Max internet traffic will be prioritized and use the highest quality connection available, which is typically Starlink. Princess Plus allows 1 device to connect at a time, and the Premier package offers 4 devices simultaneously. However, it's very easy to switch between devices from your phone to your laptop to tablet, so you'll need to determine if the 4-device option is worth it. It's also possible to upgrade to a 4-device package on board without taking Princess Premier. It may make more sense to do this than spend an extra $20 per day per person if that's the only thing you need from Premier. Both packages include your crew appreciation or gratuities for your stateroom attendant and your dining room staff. Nothing special there. Nice to have that taken care of in advance. The beverage packages are different in the amount you can spend per drink, and here is where you need to look at your own habits before deciding which one is right for you. Plus covers drinks up to $15 and Premier up to $20. Most drinks on the menu are under $15, with the majority being between $9 and $12 last I sailed. The exception to this is the better wines by the glass. They tended to be near $20 or slightly more. It's worth noting that if you are on the Princess Plus package and order a drink that is more than $15, you only pay the difference plus the 18% gratuity on that difference. So, if it's just an occasional glass of wine that might push you over, you should be okay on Plus. But, here is an update for 2025. Princess Plus is capped at 15 alcoholic drinks per day. Premium is now unlimited alcoholic drinks per day. Not judging, but more than 15 seems excessive, but this isn't the reason for the price increase. Both packages have unlimited soda, coffee, juice, bottled water, and more. Be sure if you order water that they bring you the small bottles. Large bottles are not included and they will be charged. It's also worth noting that Princess Plus and Premium include the 18% drinks gratuity in the cost of the package. You don't pay per drink and you don't get charged that ahead of time. This is a very important factor when you compare these two packages to the free drinks package that other cruise lines offer. See the link at the top right hand corner for 14 ways that cruise lines get more money out of your pocket, and that includes that little gem. Moving down the list, both packages offer you the unlimited juice bar. The premium desserts are a nice touch, but shouldn't be an incentive to upgrade. The desserts come from gelato bar on board, depending on which ship you're on. They are mixes of gelato, pastry, and candy, very artistic, but you probably don't need more than one a day, let alone two or unlimited. Fitness classes would be a small percentage of Princess passengers from my experience, so again, if this is something that you would normally pay for, it might be worth upgrading to Premium. The casual dining meals could be a good incentive to take Princess Plus. Not to be confused with specialty dining, these are venues such as Alfredo's Pizzeria, Kai Sushi, Ocean Terrace, O'Malley's Irish Pub, and more. As of the posting date of this video, the charge for these restaurants is $14.99 US per person, without the package for a 3-course meal. If you plan on eating at one of these venues every day, then it might be worth upgrading to the Premier. Princess is now charging a one-time fee for OceanNow Delivery for passengers who do not have the Princess Plus or Princess Premier packages. This means that the first time you use the Medallion app to order food or drinks, you will be charged $14.99 USD. This is per person, not per stateroom. After you've been charged, you can order for the rest of the cruise free of charge. I'm not sure if this makes Princess Plus and Premier a better value, or if this is a case of nickel and diming your passengers. It's also worth noting that if you do not have Princess Plus or Premier and you order room service by phone, you'll be charged $5 per order, even if you paid the OceanNow fee described earlier. This doesn't apply to breakfast orders placed on the hangar the night before or to orders placed in OceanNow. Finally, let's have a look at the extras that Princess Premier gets you so you can see if it's worth upgrading. The photo package is a nice touch for those who are interested. Our interest in ship photos has waned over the years as we found they usually end up staying in their folders forever on a shelf, but unlimited digital downloads could be a great perk. Princess Prizes is a lottery game that occurs when you open your stateroom door. You'll have to do more research on that because I don't totally understand the value here. And this is the biggest change for Princess Premier as of August 31st, 2024. You used to receive 2 specialty restaurant visits per guest at venues such as Sabatini's, Crown Grill, Sur La Mer, or others. Cover charge at these restaurants is usually $45 per person, but now you'll be getting unlimited specialty dining. I have no idea what this is going to do to reservation availability, but I will say to try to book as early as possible to ensure you get the restaurants you want to eat at. Finally, Princess Premier guests have a number of reserved seats in the main theater for production shows. Note that this is the main stage cast shows, not guest performers or other events. These seats are released to the rest of the passengers 5 minutes before the show. On my recent cruises, finding a seat wasn't an issue for the late shows. There we go. That's the comparison between the two packages. But does it give you value? Let's have a look at that. We cover Princess Cruises extensively here on Tidal Horizons, so if you want to stay in the know, consider not only liking and subscribing, but becoming a monthly member on the channel for exclusive perks, Q&As, and early access to new content. Click the Join button for details. Before we move along and look at the value I found in Princess Plus during my recent cruises, let's have a look at comparable premium cruise lines prices for the individual components that make up the primary reason to get Princess Plus. Wi-Fi at $29.23 per day is higher than Princess's current price when purchased for the voyage of $24.99. The gratuities for the competitive cruise line is for an inside cabin and above Princess's current gratuity pricing of $16 for inside, ocean view, and balcony, $17 for mini suites, or $18 for full suites. The competitor is currently charging $23 per day per guest for suites. Finally, at the time of recording, Princess doesn't offer a beverage package that includes alcoholic beverages outside of the Plus or Premier packages. The competitor here charges $89 per day for a package that includes drinks up to $10 and $109 for drinks costing up to $17, plus a 20% gratuity upon purchase of the package. You can probably figure out who the competitor is and quickly do the math. Princess Plus and Premier are by far and away a better deal. Perhaps it has something to do with the differences in passenger demographics, but I'm all in on Princess's packages here. Having taken Princess Plus many times and Princess Premier on occasion, I probably lean more towards Plus being the best value for me, although some of the perks with Premier were great. So let's see where the value lies for me on a typical day. This is obviously going to vary depending on how many port days versus sea days you have, but what we're looking at is an average for me here. No judging my alcohol consumption, I'm on vacation. Gratuity. $18, can't and shouldn't get away from that one, and if someone goes above and beyond, a little cash and a good word on the survey never goes wrong. Internet, $24.99. I can't live or work without it, so there it is. Although, I'm platinum with Princess, so that gets cut in half to $12.49. But don't forget that without Plus or Premier, this is not the Medallion Net Max that we talked about earlier. Beverages. Okay, I'm not a big drinker at home, but when I'm cruising and not working, I do tend to have a little bit more. Let's start with coffee. I'll enjoy 2 cappuccinos in the morning, that's $10. A beer with lunch, another $10. Perhaps a frozen drink in the afternoon, $12. 2 glasses of wine with dinner, they're pretty small glasses, $28. Sometimes a coffee or a cocktail after the show, so we'll call that $8 on average. Drinks would add up to $78.44 per day, including an 18% gratuity on the alcoholic beverages. That doesn't take into account any soda, extra coffee, or bottled water I may take. Adding it all up, without Princess Plus, I would be paying $108.93 per day on average. If you aren't an alcohol drinker, or one person is and the other one isn't, make sure you do your research and evaluate how many non-alcoholic drinks you might consume. They add up quickly, and the Plus package can often still be a better deal than buying a la carte. I'm pleased that Princess hasn't altered the Princess Plus package for the 2025 season, or changed the pricing, yet anyway. The Medallion Net Max is also a nice addition. There you go. We've broken it all down, done the math for you. Now it's your turn to have an honest look at what you're going to spend and see what works best for you. If you found this helpful, click like and subscribe, but also consider a membership and support the channel so we can continue to bring you real, useful, and factual content to you. Thanks for watching.